She's got a Rome City.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so the mics are on. The glasses
Well, they're about to be full.
are full. This is Craft Beer Ballers. Kevin, how are you doing, Kevin?
Doing fine. I'm just pouring right now.
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll get to Corey. Get that snazzy Descent cooler. Stabbed myself, but always looking good. All right, so we have two guests on our show. One I asked to come on. One just came on. He just came along. He just showed up, and I'm so glad he did. All right, so Meghin is the Baking Brewer on Instagram. I think I got that right, Baking Brewer. How are you doing today, Meghin?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
All right.
Really
So Meghin makes incredible treats on and post pictures of Instagram. Makes me very hungry as I'm sitting here doing boring work because I don't get to talk about craft beer all day, unfortunately. Meghin also works at Swan Brewing in Lakeland, Florida, Lakeland, FLA. Swan Brewing is a pretty cool place. I got to go there over Christmas time with my buddy Rob. And so everything's full circle. And so Rob actually lives in Lakeland. So yeah. So I get to enjoy a little bit of Swan Brewing, and I hope to get back when life gets back to normal, because what is normal? But when life gets back to like going out and drinking beers at breweries, I'm definitely ready to get back to Swan for sure. So absolutely. So okay, all right. So first of all, what are we drinking?
Who wants to start?
I'll start.
Go for it.
Okay. So I am drinking. It was gifted to me by my buddy Kevin over here. The Raspberry Drip by TBBC. This is actually my first taste of it. It's highly recommended by Kevin and a number of other people.
Quite damn good.
It is truly decadent. Saying Billy's Imperial Stout with raspberries. It's got like a little bit of lactose in it, vanilla. It's supposed to have coffee in it too. I taste like hints of coffee. I taste a lot of vanilla and raspberry in it.
Yeah,
and
I think that's more prominent treatment flavors. But yeah, I think the base of it is actually just pretty good too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. I think I probably had the base of it at one point too. But this is good. This is it's gonna be a solid beer journey here. It's a heavy. I was drinking something much lighter before this, so this is quite a jump to what I was drinking prior to the show. So
by the end, it should be fun.
Yeah, I was saying all types of crazy shit by the end of this show. So yeah.
Well, I'm just going with one of my go-to dollar cans from Trader Joe's. Light double IPA.
Nice. The Trader Joe Brewery. Yes, indeed.
I've got the Victory Golden Monkey, buy one get one free at Publix right now. So I mean, you can't beat that. Kind of like a Blue Moon, kind of. It's a Belgian style triple ale, 9.5% alcohol. First time I've had it, I'm actually pretty happy with it.
Oh, it goes down. It goes down like water.
Yeah. It's actually dangerous. That's a danger beer, actually. Yeah,
I think to be at the pool and be just down in those, that'd be kind of a dangerous day. Unless it's a weekend, then it's just Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Meghin, what are you drinking?
It's definitely a good Friday beer.
There you go.
Meghin, what are you drinking?
Drinking French Oak Rome City. Brew Hub's prices right now are insane in the membrane.
What?
And these beers right now are like my go-to. I just want to drink and have a good time. They're so I like them a lot more than just Rome City, even though Rome City is a solid beer. This one's very good.
Yeah. Is that kind of like a white oak type of like treatment on it? Oh,
yep.
Nice.
Nice. That's cool. So they're kind of like smoky, a little smoky IPA-ish. Yeah, IPA.
It's not like I'm not in like crazy into smoked beers. So it's not anything that's super prominent. It's just a sweet. It's got like a little bit of a vanilla note to it. It's just really good.
Yeah, sounds like it's just like a really smooth version of the Rome City. Awesome. I'm jealous.
I like Rome City,
but I'm jealous of all three of you.
Well, you get from the Trader Joe's finest. That's not bad. Oh
yeah, it's one of my dollar can go-tos.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I'm kind of a double IPA connoisseur. I would say this is probably like the McDonald's version for me, but it's still solid.
Yeah.
It's like fresh pizza. Even if it's not the best pizza, it's still fresh pizza.
It's still good. It's still good. And everybody has a beer they go to when they're not like trying to be super ambitious with beer. Like sometimes you're trying to be really ambitious and you're trying to get something, you're trying to expand your palate, or you're trying to get something new or something that you've heard about. It's great. Sometimes they're just trying to drink. And so, yeah. And so, so I know for me, when I am just trying to drink, but I want a good beer because I've become, I've become that guy. I'm not like a Bud Heavy guy or anything like that. My go-to is Reef Donkey.
There you go. APA.
Because you can get Reef Donkey just about anywhere. Like they have Reef Donkey at the corner store, right? $10 a 4-pack. And so that's my go-to. Megan, what's your go-to if you're you're not trying to be super ambitious, just want something good you can drink by the pool, or out there cutting the grass or whatever, if you're mowing the lawn or whatever.
I mean, my old go-to, I'm be real, was Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. It's just easy. I can get it from the store.
That's a good one, though.
12-pack this week.
But this one, honestly, you can go to Brew Hub and get a case for $30 of these, and so I've been loading up. I'm be real.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, for a case. That's a good case, actually. That's not $30. Not bad for that.
$6 6-packs right now, and crazy prices. So, also I can always get my beer at Swan Brewing. So.
I know. I wish Swan was available over here. That's the thing. You can't. I think there's a few places that you can get Swan in Tampa. I'm in Tampa, so but not very many. I think the first time I had y'all's beer was actually at a festival. It was actually Brewer Fest, whatever the year that you guys opened. So I think maybe 2 years ago, maybe almost 3 years ago. That was the first time I had it. And so that's why it was good to get to the brewery, because I didn't, because you hear a lot about it, but you don't really get a chance to get over there. So, very much so. Matter of fact, let's just switch in that. So tell me about your journey in brewing, your journey to Swan. Yeah.
So I started out just really loving beer. I just read a lot of books. I homebrewed. And then I got a job at Keel and Curly as a bartender. And then I got to talking to Dan, who was the owner at Swan, and he hired me as a bartender. And I just kept begging to get in the back. And so finally they told me I was allowed to clean kegs. And then I just kind of got hired on after that. I shadowed our head brewer for a while. And then they allowed me to do a couple of pilot batches. And yeah, now I'm the assistant brewer, so it's pretty dope.
How big is the pilot batch?
It's about a barrel.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What were you making? Like, what you started out?
My first beer was an ESB.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite beer styles.
All right.
Okay. I was going to ask that too. So.
Yeah, it's so unappreciated, so I really like it.
Yeah, not very popular.
Right. My second beer was a pecan porter. That was really good. And I'm currently working on possibly doing a New England, which is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. It's a little bit out of our wheelhouse, if I'm honest. We haven't really done a lot of New Englands, so just kind of talking with my friends that are, like Allie from Buchanan and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay, cool. So obviously, I mean, I found you because I love beer and I love desserts. Love. Like it's not even like love is almost like an
good thing he was already married.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
I know.
You look at Johnny, and you can't tell that he loves dessert. I mean, he's like 25. I mean, that doesn't equate.
But I do. I do.
Oh, I know he does.
And,
I can confer.
And like you're the desserts that you're. Matter of fact, I have to show the screenshot.
Yeah, we gotta have her on our coffee show, man. If she's got the sweets.
I know. Oh my God. Okay, so let me. I'm working with technology here. Zoom, the screen share. Like, let's see if I share this. Okay, so like, oh my God.
Thank you.
Like, this is like blasphemy. Like, this is. It looks amazing, amazing. And so, so how'd you get into baking and beer?
Well, I've always been into baking. I actually had like a side business there for a while. It was called Call Me Cupcake, and I did weddings and baby showers and bridal showers and birthdays, anything. And then that kind of got sidelined once I actually started my career in beer. Also, I became a mom. I wanted to get back to it, but I also wanted to just get back to it in a way that wasn't super anxiety ridden of doing weddings and stuff, because that is a lot of pressure. So I just started wanting to do it for fun, and beer is my hobby. So I wanted to combine those two hobbies and make something that's really awesome, and especially highlight our local breweries that are in Florida. You know, at some point I might expand, but we have so many amazing places in Florida that I would like to kind of branch out here first.
Excellent, excellent. So, I mean,
do you have like a signature dessert?
So everybody really asked for my chocolate chip cookies and my carrot cake cupcakes.
Okay.
Because I'm married to a celiac, do you do gluten-free at all?
I have. I did it for a bridal shower and a wedding for somebody, but it isn't something that I've completely taken on, but it is something that I've done before and can do.
Okay. Because if you were to like do an event in my house, I might get like kicked out if it wasn't.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, how's beer to work with? Obviously, you work with beer with a lot of things. It tends to be more like a grilling, like, you know, working with meats and stuff like that. I feel like you hear less about beer as an ingredient in desserts.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know how a good way to ask this, but I'm fascinated though. Like how does this work? You know, so
a lot of people, they will bake with coffee. You also have to think that any kind of like vanilla extract or anything like that you would put in cakes or cupcakes, that's alcohol at that point. A lot of the time that would get baked out, but with the way I do it, it is usually within that, like the batter or the dough. And then also once it comes out, I will brush more beer on top. I might add it into my frosting if I'm doing frosting. And it is just something that's kind of this hint that it depends on the actual dessert itself, but most of the time you can actually taste it. And it's not a bittering kind of thing or anything like that. It's just really pleasant.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say that a lot of times you hear of like the Jack Daniel's chocolate where they put the Jack Daniel's in the frosting or something where it doesn't get baked off. So you do use it in the frosting and the stuff so it doesn't get baked off.
Right, exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean, you even hear more of liquor and desserts at that course, like cordials and stuff like that. Obviously, chocolate tends to pair well with a number of desserts, whatever. But you just don't really hear a lot about beer. I think that's super cool. You know, and I think you definitely have a flair for for Instagram design. This is beautiful. Obviously, this is Also, this picture, I don't know if you guys see this, but this picture doesn't happen by accident. This is, it looks good, and it looks like, literally, I'm like, man, I need this in my life right now.
Is the peanut butter, is the peanut butter cup stout in the cookies?
Yeah, so the peanut butter stout is in the actual cookie itself. Once they actually came out, I brushed so you can taste it on the cookie itself, but then it's also in the peanut butter.
Hi. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Hey, it's my daughter, Harper. Say
hi.
Hey, Harper.
So then the flavor of the peanut butter stout comes through then.
So here you can have it.
Oh yes, through the filling itself and through the cookie, so you're getting it the entire chew.
And for a perfect pairing, if you were to like literally get one of those in a glass with the cookie, it would probably just be out of this world to have them together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty great.
Okay.
Those did not last very long, I will say that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay, we don't have any right now. So sorry, I'm like
flavor on my taste buds.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like.
I mean, not to.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to be a parent right now, so.
No, I'm going to change the subject a little bit. So I live in Lakeland. I'm here in Lakeland right now, and so what is Swan doing right now? I mean, are you guys cooking? Are you guys open? What's the status of Swan right now?
Yeah, so to-go sales.
Okay. But also
growler options.
make sure.
Have bombers that for some or bottle releases.
I'm ordered food too.
Actually started
so food's coming.
last week. Because things have been a little bit slower. We kind of took a break on that. Anything that was in the actual tanks were, we had an IPL, a lager, and a Pilsner, so they were fine just to sit. And yeah, so as of right now, things are getting to the point where this week we actually brewed 3 or 4 times, but it's all to-go sales as of right now. We usually have a food truck outside, so you can also support them as well. And depending on the day, we might have trivia or a musician playing on our live Facebook and Instagram.
So I don't know if Johnny remembers this, but January seems like so long ago, doesn't it, guys?
Yes. Oh, like a year ago.
So went to a bowl game, and we took a couple growlers straight out of Compton to the bowl game, and that
Lakeland,
was very good tailgating for the day. So
yeah. Straight out of Lakeland is our West Coast style IPA. It's super good. That Centennial hop is pretty prominent. And we actually just released a white oak version of it. That's very good as well.
Well, when are we doing a show there, Johnny? That's what I want to know. They got some white oak IPA.
I've been asking every week, but Johnny keeps on saying he's got to get over here.
I know. And I only been over once. I would love to get to Lakeland. I actually enjoy Lakeland. I'm from Tampa, so like I grew up here. So Tampa is kind of like the older asshole brother to or whatever. But but it's been I definitely enjoy it. I need to get over there. Actually, we need to get Kevin.
Yes.
You gotta do this.
We can meet in South Tampa, and then you're close to I-4. It's easy to get there. Did you guys just brew the white oak?
We did it about 2 months ago. Well, maybe a month ago at this point. So it's been out for a little bit. We also have, I don't know if you guys have tried Champorado. It's our Mexican hot chocolate stout that actually just won Best Florida Beer for the chocolate category. We actually did a double barrel version of that one. So that's definitely something to check out as well.
That sounds phenomenal as well. You had me at barrel. That's pretty much all.
Yeah. Let's. You don't see very many Mexican chocolate stouts. Like, I can only think of like one other in this entire market.
It's hard with spice beers. There's not a lot of room for error.
Yeah, exactly.
Spice. You can overspice it really fast.
Yeah, for sure. So, so we already know that we need to get over there to Lakeland for sure. That's a given. We get to Swan, and then when we get to Swan, you have got to present some of your desserts.
Yes.
To us. Yeah, like this has to happen. You know, this is a given. It's got to happen. So for sure. Okay. So I think So I'm going to ask a series of questions to the group. And some of them I already know because me and Kevin have been doing this show for like 5 years now, and all that stuff. But I don't know for everybody else. So the first thing I wanted to ask. Okay, first actually I'm going to ask specifically to you, Meghin. What is the beer dessert creation that you want to make that has not happened yet?
What's that? What was the question?
What's the beer dessert creation that you want to make that has not happened yet?
Oof! Wow. Well, I really like German chocolate cake. I have not done that yet. I thought about saving that one for next year. And I also really like tarts, like blackberry and stuff like that. So
like a Berliner pair with it.
I might be making this again. I don't know yet. Yeah, those are probably my two that I kind of want to get into pretty bad.
You ever considered maybe like trying like framboise?
Ooh, that would be interesting. That's something that I look into. Yeah, that'd be cool.
You could probably do some really good stuff with framboise. I'm thinking almost you could really like go over the top with like a sauce, and so you could do the framboise within whatever the baked ingredient is, but then also make the framboise really prominent in the sauce, and it would just probably kill.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I'll definitely do something with that and then dedicate it to you.
Oh, okay. Dedicate or blame, one or the other.
So, all right. So now for the group, though, okay, beer food pairing. Favorite beer food pairing. Start with you, Meghin.
Oh wow. Let's see. I'm super basic in the fact that I love brunch. I love brunch. And so any kind of sour is usually super good for my brunch. We actually had Eggs Benedict, and we had a pawpaw beer, which is a fruit that is typically found in like Virginia and Indiana. And it was a barrel-aged pawpaw sour from Upland in Indiana. So good. It cut everything, like any kind of fat. It was really, really tasty.
That sounds awesome. Damn, sounds that sounds awesome actually. Sorry. So actually, go Rob, beer.
Okay, so
and food.
I'm gonna again. This sounds kind of basic, but just going back to January. Some smoked sausage or brats when you're tailgating. I love the Connect sausage. My brother-in-law turned me on to it. It's I don't know.
Alabama thing.
Alabama Connect sausage. You can get it at Publix. You put it on the grill. You get it. It's spicy. It's good. I mean, it's the best smoked sausage.
Yeah, that was good.
Is this like an andouille that's outside of Louisiana?
Oh, it's awesome. It's do you know where it's out of, John?
It's out of it's southern Alabama. It's from where John is from, actually. It's like from South Alabama. It's actually it's a little more smoky than an andouille.
Right.
But
Was the spice level like comparison or?
Yes, it's comparable. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just mix that with your favorite IPA, and I don't know of anything better at that point. I mean, you can do it in your backyard, you can do it at a tailgate, you can do it wherever. I mean, it's basic, but it's good. So I just don't see how you can go wrong with that.
For sure. For sure. All right. So, Kevin.
No, I'm gonna go next level, but I'm just gonna say, if you're on a vacation, Breck Brewery, you go to Breck Brewery, you get a good steak, you get a good vanilla porter. That's good.
All right. I'll keep the steak going, because for me, definitely, when I think of like treating myself, I'm probably doing a steak. But I would probably go pretty liberal in my seasoning, and I think I would just love to have a flight of double IPAs. Just literally, I could go West Coast style all the way to very malty style, and just have them, and just have the flavor profiles of each one sort of change, especially as the temperature changes as you drink it slowly, and have them with the steak and just seeing the difference of how the flavors would bounce off each other. But I love double IPAs, and I feel like a pimp if I drink them out of a chalice. So
Glassware is important.
A pimp without employees.
I think for me, I guess so Megan stole my thunder with the brunch, because breakfast and beer, like, man.
Wow.
Oh my God, it is actually really.
It can be like, if you get the right beers are just dynamite. They're so good with breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Like that brewery out in Hawaii, that like we've had the Hawaiian IPA, or any like heavily fruited, like with like zest IPA. It's just, it's bomb.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Yeah, you bring it up, but I was gonna go back to Megan's comment about the dessert. I was just thinking like Kona and like a pineapple upside down cake.
Ooh.
There you go.
Like a dessert, like because that's sweet. I mean, the Kona ales and stuff, and that stuff, you got the pineapple flavor to it. You put that in and mix it in with some kind of a pineapple upside down cake. You got that. Yeah. That's total Hawaiian.
Well, they have
all
the
way.
Wahula too. They have the Wahula wheat as their passion fruit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So all right. So I can't say breakfast, but I love tacos and IPAs.
Yeah.
So like a good al pastor taco, like pork pineapple.
Oh yeah.
Or just anything was not like overly spicy. I'm not crazy into like spicy things, but I like a little bit of spice. And an IPA, so good. Oh my God, so good.
The ground pork tacos would be like really solid. Like the chorizo would be really solid with like a really hopped out IPA. Like, even like a West Coast style would probably be refreshing with like something like chorizo, like really spicy chorizo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Something like that. And so we have a place here called Loli's Mexican Cravings.
Oh yeah.
If you're ever in the Tampa Bay area, Loli's so good. There's 3 of them. The first, you've heard of Loli's?
Yeah, it's so good.
And the tamales are quite good as well.
I've had them.
Yeah, it's out of control. Their food's so good. The original Loli's is actually over by 610 Brewing, a little north of TIA.
It's like 500 yards for 610 Brewing.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
yeah. It's like really close to and so a little north of in terms of the city itself, it's a little north of the airport.
Okay.
There's one down here in South Tampa where we live, and then there's one in Town and Country, which is like kind of also out like in the western part of the city. The other 2, like the one we have and the other second location are like okay. The best location is the original one by the airport, because it's like a shack. Like it's straight up a shack.
It's a house. It's a house that they sell turned into a restaurant.
They sell it. Yeah, they did. Yeah. It probably.
I feel like that's the one I went to, because there was no room. Like, it was packed.
Yes.
And no room to stand and there's nowhere to sit because there's so many people. And the parking was kind of weird.
Yep. Because it's a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
I tell you what, though, man, you go there and you put your order in, and they'll deliver it to the brewery, which they used to do.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go on, Maya.
No. I have not gotten the chance to go to 610, but I know that's the one that I went to, and now I'm sad that I wasn't able to go to 610 while I was right there.
Oh my God, 610. Yeah, 610's like 2 blocks from there.
It's like part of the experience. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. Like, yeah, 610 is like kind of, that's like, I mean, probably 610 probably gap. They probably vote vice versa. More people.
I was gonna say, I only ran to Lowly's because of 610.
Yeah. But I mean, but once you go to Lowly's, then you're like, if you like beer, you know, even if it's lunchtime, I don't know, whatever. Like, no judgment. Yeah. So like, so yeah, you know, so you end up going to 610. So it's a you know, it's a definitely, it's a good symbiosis, whatever. I'm sorry, you're gonna right, you're my family in the background.
Oh, it's okay.
But say hi, everybody.
Hi.
There they are.
There they are.
Everybody.
Is that Charisse?
His daughter.
Yeah. So, okay. So, all right. So so first place you're going to go, well, you can just go places. Technically, you can go places now. I don't know if you've been. Maybe you've been places already. I don't know.
Not really.
Okay. So where's first place you're going to go?
Well, the first place I want to go is probably Sideward.
Okay, we're in Orlando.
Yeah, I don't really get out to Orlando very much, but I went to Centermost Point Beer Fest, and I was able to hit up Sideward, and it is probably the most impressive brewery I've been able to go to recently. I feel like all of their beer was extremely top-notch, and their customer service was very good. So that's what I like.
Cool. All right, so Rob, I know you ain't been anywhere. Where you go?
So I need clarification on the question. So you're talking brewery or first like event or mass gathering?
Where's your oyster, bud? Where do you want to go?
Yeah, where you want to go? Like,
I gotta go to the amphitheater. I gotta go to a concert. I want to do some tailgating. I want to spend the day out there. I want to go to Zach Brown. I want to go to some concert. I want to go to some of the amphitheater, spend the day, go to an outdoor concert, listen to some good music, have a good time, stay at a hotel in the area. I mean, that's what we can't do right now, right?
Yeah, that stuff like that is what we're missing for real. Yeah. Like that, like fun, like the vibe of people. What it is, it's like, okay, so we can emulate.
It's summertime, man. You got to go to some kind of a festival, music festival. Get some kind of a, some kind of party, something, just with a bunch of people, man. That I'm just missing that right now.
I fully agree, honestly, because that's the one thing. It's like so we live in a technology age. We can see each other. We can do this. Like 15 years ago, this podcast wouldn't have been able to happen because we wouldn't have the technology to do it or whatever. But what we don't have, I think, and I'm a huge sport, as Kevin and Rob know, I'm a huge sports fan. I've worked in sports for years. Mm-hmm. I'm going to really miss game day, like at a game, at a college football game, at a pro football. Man, God, I'm gonna miss that. Like the energy of being in a stadium. Yeah,
I haven't checked on it, but Johnny and I had tickets for spring training for the Tigers. And Pirates game in Lakeland, up in the outfield in the grass, drinking beers, watching the game.
That was,
And it was the week before spring training got canceled. So I was looking forward to that so much, Johnny. I mean, just taking a day off from work, going out there, drinking beer, watching some baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, what's better?
It was gonna be that was gonna be a good week too, like, cause that was like a big thing to go to that, and then I was gonna go to the college basketball. The NCAA tournament was here in town. I was gonna go to that the next day, so like stuff like that I miss, cause it's like, cause nothing can beat actual human interaction. Like you can't like video can't simulate that. It can come relatively close. Like, we can hang out and see each other or whatever. That's why little kids are into video, and that's why little kids take to video so much faster than like we did. But like you can't, nothing beats actually seeing a person in real life, And so yeah, I mean we'll get back to it, but it'll take time. But yeah, we'll definitely get back to it. It'll happen. For me, I think I've said this a number of times. I really want to combine, like, as far as beer goes and food goes, I want to combine really good beer and really good food. One of the best places to get good beer and really good food is Zydeco Brewing in Ybor. And so, my answer hasn't changed.
We need to get back there.
Yeah,
they were great to us over there. We did a show from there about, I don't know, 6 months ago.
Yeah, not quite that long ago, but it was some time ago, and it was like one of the best. I don't know if anybody listened.
That's where Rob should go when he goes to the amphitheater. He should go to Zydeco.
Yeah, Rob. Yes, because it's right, not far from Coppertail.
And then in the night,
the dirty. That sounds like an event that Johnny needs to coordinate and schedule. And
I will coordinate
when to be where, and I'll be there.
Hell, they're open.
We'll just have to play music on our phones outside of amphitheater because there won't be an actual concert.
Yeah. I'll bring my my Alexa Echo.
There you go.
And we can play some
amphitheater
music.
came inside Zydeco.
Yeah. So that's cool. So like, all right. So Kevin.
Well, we were able to hit up TVBC, and it was really great just to kind of feel even semi-normal to go back.
Yeah,
to
that was a good day.
I think if I could pick out an experience, I feel like a place that's kind of under the radar that gets overlooked a lot would be the restaurant that's actually inside Brewbus. And it'd be just terrific to be able to go and see what they got actually going on. And they're pretty good. Their beer's actually pretty decent out there as well. And they've actually have a monthly, well, pre-COVID, they had a monthly brunch event. That was actually pretty big deal.
Where's that at, guys? I haven't heard of it. I'm a Lakeland guy, and I'm new to Lakeland. So where you got a school?
Seminole Heights would be like in between Hillsboro and I think it's between Hillsboro and MLK, right off of Nebraska, Johnny, or Florida?
It's off of Florida. It's off of 275, the highway. Mm-hmm. So you like for you all, I-4 275 north. And it's like maybe 3 exits up is MLK. Left on MLK, and it's on a major intersection. It's a big place. So.
It's the old cold storage, the old Florida Avenue Brewing.
Yeah, it doesn't have as much of the rep as some of the other Seminole Heights breweries. So it's in the same neighborhood technically as like as Angry Chair and Seventh Son. Mm-hmm. They have more rep than this place does, but it's actually, they make good beer. And the difference is like Angry Chair and Seventh Son don't serve food. And Brewbus so actually serves really good food, like ridiculously good food actually, and not like high cuisine too either, just like good.
Yeah, like I had it was like Thai inspired chicken wings when I was there, and it was phenomenal. And I had like a pork belly sandwich, and it was terrific.
Yeah.
It's a really good fatty food, probably greasy food. And then we've interviewed Kevin. Is he still there? The brewer?
Yeah, he's still. Yeah, Kevin Butler is still
He's highly underrated, I think, in this market as a brewer.
Yeah, he's underrated actually.
Yeah, but those cheese curds there are so good. Every time we go to Brewbus, we have to get their cheese curds. I don't even like cheese curds.
I'm down.
But
I'd be down with cheese curds. I'll just have a good time there, period. I mean, to tell you the truth, if you do it early enough in the day, you can make a whole day out of Seminole Heights. You could go maybe end at the Mermaid, be right next to Seventh Son. Obviously, you can have some food and beer, Brewbus.
You can end up at the American Legion.
You could. Who knows?
You could. I don't know if you've ever been to the American Legion. It's a good end of the evening place. It's not well publicized, but it's super cheap. A lot of American Legionnaires, I think, as they call them. I don't know, but
Single Johnny would probably check it out.
I've been there. Because when I lived in Seminole Heights, yeah, it's kind of like a dive bar place, with super cheap food and beer. I think as far as craft has, I think they have like Highlight, which is everywhere on Earth has Highlight. So like, so they have that. But
what's that smoked out dive bar downtown?
The Hub.
The Hub, yeah. Is that like the Seminole Heights version of the Hub?
Kinda. The Hub has more history because the Hub's like
and
the
by
second
history,
oldest bar.
The cops show up more often.
The Hub's like, the Hub, downtown's fancy now.
I wouldn't even take my son inside the Hub.
Well, yeah, no, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't take my daughter into the Hub. But
Okay. All right, so I got to jump in here.
I'm not gonna take you to a bar.
I'm gonna bring it back over to Swan Brewery.
Oh, okay.
So, we used to go every Wednesday night for trivia night to Swan Brewery. Bring my daughter. I've been muting it, so you haven't heard my coonhound, but I bring my coonhound there. They got, like you said, there's one of them. That's not the coonhound. That's the regular hound. You'll know when you hear the coonhound. But the cornhole. My daughter goes, very family friendly. What do you got indoors there? You've got like I don't want to say shuffleboard, but it's some kind of the board that they.
We used to have a shuffleboard. We had to get rid of it because somebody broke it.
Oh, wow.
So, but
they also have games, right?
Yeah.
On a game shelf, like Connect Four and just different little things for the kids to play. Trivia, and who's the guy who does normally trivia there? I'm forgetting.
Nick Allred. It's I know this or something.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. I know this, and then and I think he's a teacher. His day job's teacher, and he does the trivia at nights, and then and like I said, just good family place to go, and it's about block and a half from my office, so
yeah,
that works out.
Yeah.
Family friendly. We have a Southside location that we recently opened up, so a second location, and that is more of a adult speed. We have like darts, a pool table there, just more relaxed. But yeah, the downtown location is definitely, we are very big on being family and pet friendly.
And where's the location? What's the status on? I'm sorry.
Waterfront on Lake Wire, correct?
Yeah. Yes. So beautiful sunsets, and just a really good time.
What's the status on the downtown on the other location? The new one, the second one, Lakeland Highlands location.
So the South Side was open up before the pandemic. It's not a very good location to do growlers and crowlers. So we decided to close that temporarily. And then once we're able to get to some kind of semblance of normal, then we'll open up that one again.
Okay. Okay, cool,
So my understanding of just Lakeland in general and Polk County is June 1st, maybe, kind of is when they're talking about, the next phase of reopening for like business back to normal, bars, everything, all that open. So have you guys talked about opening that location in June?
Yeah, I think a lot of us, just in the industry altogether, we're kind of hoping for news to open by Monday. That's what a lot of us had talked about. But whenever the press conference came out today, we were pretty bummed. But as soon as we are allowed to open at any kind of way where we can invite people back, then we will definitely be doing that. We've spent this entire time trying to revamp the insides. We've repainted. We did a mural. We updated our seats. We've sanded tables. We try to make everything just look really fresh and new. And it's really beautiful inside right now.
What was the press conference? Was that like the Polk County commissioners or something?
No, I think
Governor DeSantis.
Yeah, he did it in Bill today or something.
What was the statement?
So they are going fully into phase 1. So that means that restaurants can open to 50% capacity. And what's the other bigger one? I can't remember right now. But yeah, that's.
I think, well, gyms are supposed to open again. I mean,
yeah, gyms.
That's, yeah.
Okay.
I mean.
So we're doubling capacity indoors, still maintaining social distance probably as a requirement, but you can go up to half capacity and still be within compliance. Outdoors, you can probably still go 100% or as many as you can handle, I'd imagine.
Outdoors, it still has to be 6 foot.
Correct.
You don't have a capacity, but yeah, it still has to be 6 foot. So today we were actually, because we thought we might open on Monday, we actually were taking tape measures and measuring out.
Pairing, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on this, but I'm looking at the email that I received today. It says still closed at this time. First bullet point is bars. Bars are still closed. Restaurants, again, indoor seating at 50% capacity, but that's the email I received today.
Yeah.
Doubling the capacity from what it was. It was 25. So
right.
Yeah.
This is considered full phase 1, and hopefully this doesn't cause any huge problems. There's no downturns, and then maybe by the time, I don't know, maybe if we're looking at July 1, maybe we're looking at something even more liberal than that. Maybe that'd be great.
I can tell you that the South Lakeland location is about a mile from my house, and so that as soon as you guys open up at that location, I will be down there to go and enjoy your facilities.
Well, let me know if you guys come, and then I will definitely make sure that I am there, and we can hang out and talk, and you guys can have a beer.
Absolutely.
I got one last question for Meghin too. What was the name of the place that was selling the Rome Cities that you said? Was it Beer Rail?
It's Brew Hub.
Brew Hub. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's selling all of their beers. Just really crazy right now. I was
trying to put an order in actually while we were on the call. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like 5 minutes down the road from Brew Hub. So I can actually get to Brew Hub faster than I can get to like Publix or anything because we live out in the country. But this is definitely a pretty nice luxury to live so close.
Hell yeah. All right, so last question. What are you watching on Netflix right now?
Okay, so
start with Meghin.
We're pretty late in the game, but we are almost done with Waco.
Nice. I watched it. It was good.
It's so good.
But I promise you, as a parent, at the end, you're just going to be angry.
Oh, God. Okay.
So just be prepared for that. Because that's what I was surprised how angry I kind of was about it. For probably a good 24 hours, I was like, that's bullshit.
Oh.
But overall, though, it's entertaining. It's educational in that it sticks to probably, I would imagine, on some level of accuracy, historically, what actually happened. And those are the kind of shows I like the best, where it's based on something that really did happen.
Yeah.
Just be prepared to be angry, though.
We have the last episode tonight, so I'm sure I will be very angry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, historically speaking, I think that's when kids come into play.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly. Waco, and I'm old enough to actually remember Waco. So So
so just have an extra beer, maybe, or a wine or something.
Yeah, have another Rome City.
How about maybe one of your treats that you can just kind of bite into, like full on like teeth, like.
Yeah. So, all right, Rob. Well, what are you watching on Netflix or any? It could be Hulu, it could be Amazon Prime.
I've run out of stuff. I've kind of been through a lot of stuff. I was telling you, I rewatched The Wire. I'm a big fan of that. I watched it years ago. I rewatched that, and I've been kind of going back for nostalgia sake and just kind of watching things I've watched in the past and kind of rewatching them just because the things I really enjoyed. It's funny because there's so much content out there right now, but I just don't understand. Like, nothing that's coming out right now is like grabbing my attention. I don't know. So probably about Monday or earlier this week somehow, I was just kind of flipping through and I saw Friday Night Lights, and I like Friday Night Lights. It was a good show. Football, Texas.
Yeah, I like it. The Texas football.
You know, Texas football and high school nostalgia. It just kind of takes me back to, you know, my high school days. And even though I didn't play football, I played basketball. It's the same story. I mean, it's homecoming. It's you know, what are you going to do after high school? You know, just your kind of life and just kind of thinking about it. And, you know, I'm in my 40s now, and kind of looking back at like what my life was like when I was, you know, 16, 17 years old. You know, I don't want to say it's a feel good, because there's tons of stuff that happens in that show. You're like, man, that really sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, but you know, I don't know. I like it. It kind of makes me think. I also grew up in a small town and out west, so it kind of, you know, it's a small town America. You know, I don't know. I just kind of relate to it. I don't know why, but it just kind of clicks for me.
Do the crowd shots though like make you angry because you're like, man, I want to go to a sporting event?
Well, I was saying about that. So I live in Lakeland, and this feels weird for me because, again, I'm in my 40s. I'm going to say that, but I have an 8-year-old daughter who's in elementary school. But I kind of want to go to a Lakeland High football game. I kind of want to go and
Dreadnoughts, man.
To the local high schools and go see. And I want to have the Friday Night Lights experience. And even though I don't have a kid that's in high school or that, it's the whole sense of community. The whole community rallies around that. And I mean, Lakeland has – I've only lived in Lakeland for 3 years, but my understanding is they have quite a reputation for football dominance.
Oh, yeah. That's an understatement.
Oh, yeah, big time. There's a lot of like stars that came out of Lakeland.
Yeah, exactly. The Chauncey brothers.
Yeah, Ray Lewis.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, I feel like on a Friday night when the fall comes around, even I feel kind of weird because I don't have a kid that's in Lakeland High, but it's kind of like I want to go to a Lakeland High game. I want to see them play, because, you know, who knows who you're watching play, and 20 years from now they're going to be the new star. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the thing. One thing, like, okay, so I mean, I covered high school football for a little bit. And that's one thing that always struck me that was like amazing about high school football. Because I didn't cover like the metro Atlanta. Like I actually like covered actually in the suburbs, which are a little closer to like the Friday Night Lights type thing. And like, man, football, it's big in these towns. It's huge. It's like, I mean, yeah. Like the whole town comes out. Yeah, like.
Where I lived before in Lakeland. You know, where did I live, Johnny?
Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa. Like Cocoa is another city. I mean, like state championships, football. Cocoa.
Yeah. No small. Yeah.
People Cocoa High, they go to the NFL, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm all about football.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, all right. So Kevin, what are you watching?
I just finished Murder Mountain, and that was actually pretty interesting. It's basically talking about how like Northern California had like a pretty very rural populated county where like in the late 60s they were already basically kind of hush, you know, don't say, don't tell. They were just growing tons of wheat out there. And then obviously what, you know, as this is going on, and this is back in like they were trying to kind of like create like their own like utopia. You know, they wanted their own like place where you don't really need money. You grow weed and then you get everything you need. Well, eventually corruption and violence and everything kind of trickles in. And of course, then this is really more about the legalization of it recreationally in California, the impact it has on that type of area. And so it's kind of like guys who are doing it illegal versus legal. It's basically the weed version of moonshiners. Probably like one way to look at it, because it's a lot of interviews. It's a lot of talking to people who are trying to cover their identity.
Oh, wow.
And then it talks about like what they're doing and how the law changes, how it impacts them, and then the taxation and things that are involved, and more to the business side of what's occurring. But the reason why it's called Murder Mountain is because it's kind of a place, basically a place where people will just come in there thinking it's going to be kind of more of like an all lifestyle, and they tend to go missing a lot.
Huh.
And of course, there's some inept law enforcement too.
Yeah.
So I would say it's interesting.
You know, I watch it too, and there's a lot of, I mean, you know, get into some of those rural areas out west, and you get to militias, and you get to where,
Yes.
you know, the property owners and their private security, you know,
Right.
you've got one, you know, state trooper. Is that state trooper or county deputy going to go into this place with his one patrol car when they've got 10 people with automatic weapons guarding the place? There's no way he's going in there. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't want to say like Wild West, but
it's closest thing to it. Yeah, the fact that there's even parts of America where law enforcement doesn't even like go and like enforce laws at. I mean, that should tell you a lot. When law enforcement shows up, they get an escort by the security of the area. That tells you a lot.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. So what I'm watching right now. So three things. One, I'm watching a show. I just finished watching a show called You, which is, by the way, we're all watching some dark shit. By the way, just want to let y'all know we're all watching some crazy dark shit. You is like actually super dark. It's about a serial killer who, it's almost like it's a serial killer like love story actually. Like the serial killer like falls in love with a girl, falls around, does a serial killer thing. It's just his story in terms of like really truly justifying the terrible things that he does. It's not like Dexter per se, but it's because it's more, it's not like at volume serial killing. It's just like, it's more killing to protect himself.
Flawed hero who happens to also be a serial killer.
Yeah, who's killed a bunch of people. You know, who killed to protect himself. Multiple.
Well, so you have to, in order to be technically a serial killer, you got to kill a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. So I watching that. It's okay. The second thing I'm watching is The Amazing Race.
Okay.
Yeah, I just started this week. Because I love traveling. I don't really do enough travel. Nowhere near enough. Not as much per what I love to do. And so I'm just started watching it. And The Amazing Race, what people don't realize is The Amazing Race, that show, okay, everybody knows it. Everybody kind of knows it or whatever. It started in 2001. So when you're watching the first season of The Amazing Race, you're watching like something basically took place in like 90s. Like it will look like the 90s.
They don't have smartphones.
No, they don't. They're using payphones to like call people, and they are actually at the airport terminals, like trying to book flights to go to all the places they're trying to go to. Yeah, like trying to like woo like airport people. Like they're no like Travelocity or Trivago or anything like that. You know, so it's the same. It's the same, but it's kind of cool to watch. And the last thing I'm watching that I'm most passionate about, I'm watching Lost again.
Okay.
Because Lost is like literally one of the favorite thing I've watched in terms of network television. It's hard to believe it was network. Well, actually, it's easy to believe it's network television because they don't curse.
Oh yeah.
And very little sex, and so which is like, that's the thing. Like, you know, when you watch Lost, you'll see how
on that show too.
They did, and they're like, I am on the 12th episode of the second season.
All right.
And they're still main characters, like characters that like after in the end you're like, okay, that's a main part of the show they have not even introduced yet.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I'm a geek, so I'm also listening to a podcast that talks about Lost, right? And basically, okay, so back like up until I say like 2000, we'll say 5, network shows used to be a lot longer. Like they would do like literally 25, 26 episodes in a season, like crazy long episodes, like we probably don't notice because we watch, we all watch Netflix and Amazon and all that other stuff. But seasons are a lot freaking shorter now, like literally 10 episodes. You get to the point a lot quicker. You get to someone dies quicker, whatever. But back in the day, it would be like you would literally spend like 7 episodes trying to introduce a character and all this other crap.
And now we don't have the attention span anymore.
Nope. And that's what it is. And so Lost is one of the last popular shows that took forever to introduce. Like I'm literally watching it and I've seen it before. So I'm looking at it okay, I know what happens. When are they going to introduce this? When are they going to introduce it? That there are others on the island that have been living on the island for 20 years and they're super dangerous. And what the hell, we haven't even I'm watching it, I haven't even got to that point yet. So yeah.
You didn't even announce it. I mean, you just jumped right into it, man.
Yeah, I know. Spoiler alert. There's other people on the island.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if there's anyone here that actually hasn't seen it.
Let me just ask, has anybody not watching The Last Dance? Or I mentioned to Johnny earlier, I've been watching.
I'm watching it, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I need to.
Either.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this weekend there's going to be another. Are they doing it in blocks of episodes they're releasing?
Yeah, 2 episodes every Sunday.
So this Sunday there's going to be another 2 episodes. Is that the last 2 episodes, or are there more to come?
They're doing 10, so I've missed a week, so I haven't I don't remember there should be 10. Truth be told, honestly, Rob, it's probably the last 2 will probably be next weekend because it's Memorial Day weekend.
As you guys can tell, I'm all about nostalgia and the NBA and the 1990s. I mean, I was in high school. The 90s basketball, that was the last time I really connected with NBA. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, I've been to Magic games recently. I've been to different games, but I mean, it doesn't have the same stuff as, Jordan and the 90s. I mean, I don't know. I can't relate.
The fact that the style of play is so different. I don't want to turn this into a sports.
Yeah, I was about to say, I had to get geeky sports with it, but yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, I know what you're saying. I played basketball too, but it's just so different. If you're driving the paint, you're killing people back in the day. Well, guess what? You're about to get to the free throw line a lot. And that's how the game was played. That's how it was coached. That's how it was played. That's how it was supposed to be played. And I feel like now there was no flagrant ones. Flagrant twos that didn't exist.
Oh yeah. You just play the game now, but anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm watching. So all right. So Meghin, it's a pleasure having you on the show. Yes. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Tasting some of your stuff. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, your information, how if we want to learn more information or follow you,
Yeah. How do we learn more about your food?
Yeah, so you can just go and follow me on Instagram. Just Baking Brewer. I'm starting to try to get a website up, but as of right now, that's where you can find me. Just Instagram.
Well, just reach out to me or Johnny. We'll help you out.
Yeah. If someone reaches out to us and they're like, "Hey, we want some, the lemon things you do with the Crooked Thumb beer or something like that," I'll steer them right to you.
If you need help with your website, also just reach out to it. That's what I do for a living. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, just get my info from Johnny.
Okay.
Absolutely. So for now, glasses are empty, only momentarily, because it's Friday. Whatever. The mics are off. This is the Craft Beer Ballers.